OTB Spreads prediction show coming to you guys live on Takeover Tuesday, July 7th, where we're going to take over the books. We cashed our MLB lock of the day, Washington Nationals over 9.5 at -120. But outside of that, man, wasn't a lot of bright spots as far as MLB went today. It was a little shaky. Did not see the Braves taking that loss. Also did not see the Tampa Bay Rays losing to the Yankees in Tropicana in the battle for the AL East, man. But hey, man, it happens. Cam Schitler played out of his mind. The bats for the Rays just weren't there. Yankees drove in a couple runs, home runs. So we'll see, man. We'll see what it holds for us tomorrow with that matchup. We'll give it a look, and I'll let you know where I lean. I'm surprised the Jacks gave up those runs. But hey, man, we're going to dive right in. 2 p.m. game. We're approaching the All-Star break. I'm excited to call a home run winner. I'm excited to drop my All-Star pass where you can get my elite package through the whole All-Star break at a very good price. Remember, UFC's coming up, All-Star break with the All-Star game, as well as all the home run derby props, all of that good stuff. Highly recommend you grab that pass. I'll be dropping it here on Thursday, most likely. Yeah, guys, let's get into it, man. You're looking at Blowout Alert. Sign up at SportsFBI.com for free today, or go to the link in the descriptions tab. You can sign up there for Blowout Alert. This is the app that will review, call some plays from it. And yeah, remember, today's show is brought to you by Onyx Odds. Spend 10, get 200. Use code word on the ball. That link is in the descriptions tab. Let's get straight to the show. Let's make some money, and let's take over the books. Let's go. All right, first up, guys, we have the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. You got the Miz on the mound. 3 straight games, absolutely killing it, playing at his baseline, sub-2 ERA. Look at all these right here, man. 0 earned runs, 0 earned runs. The boy's absolutely cooking. Highly recommend we play the Brewers in this spot. I know they've been kind of struggling here with their bats as of late, but we know the Brewers like to win close games. Cardinals, on the other hand, have looked pretty good. This is going to be a good series. It's going to be a lot of close games. I'm on the Brewers side of things. They closed it out today. That was a win for us. I wish I'd have locked that one instead of the Rays. It was my second best play. I just ended up going with outside of the Nats. It was, who do I want to lock up? Do I want to lock up the Rays, who've been killing it, or did I want to lock up the Milwaukee Brewers here against St. Louis? It just felt like this would be a close game, and that's exactly what it was. But the other one just was an ass whooping. So this was the spot, and I think it's going to be the spot again. Give me the Brewers here on the money line with Jacob Misiorowski. I know over here on Blowout Alert, it is showing the home field advantage for the Cardinals. It is showing that full run on the run differential to the Cardinals. We know the bats have been hot, but remember, this is Jacob Misiorowski. This guy absolutely throws heat, doesn't give up a lot of earned runs. I think that the bats can get to the pitchers tomorrow for the Cardinals. I don't think their bullpen is as sharp. If you look at Hunter Dobbins, starts 3 earned runs, 0, 1, and 3. He gets you about 4 to 5 innings. I think that they can get to him for 2 to 3 runs. That's all the Brewers need. They'll play small ball from there, and they'll lean on the Miz through about 6 to 7 innings. Give me the Miz to get it done with the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow. All right, but before we go on any further, let me go to the radar here. As you can see, we put 2, 4, 6 plays on the board, 2 for 4 there. I counted out 3 when I was going over my parlay. So it was a 3 and 4 day for us. Not that great, man. But hey, we're going to take the Milwaukee Brewers here on the money line. I'm not going to get cute and lay the run line. I think this will be a close series. So I'm going to go with just the money line, and I'll find a 2-leg to pair that with. All right, next one up, we got the Chicago Cubs taking on the Baltimore Orioles, where you got Matt Boyd on the mound. He's getting you about 4 to 5 innings pitching-wise. He doesn't have great strikeout stuff. He's decent, keeps his earned run fairly low. He's right around a 5.3. He's bringing it down, as you can see with the up arrow. Over the last 3 starts, 2, 0, and 3. He's playing below his ERA right now. Shane Baz, on the other hand, over the last 3, playing above his ERA. 3, 4, well, right around it. He's hitting his baseline, 2 and 2, but he had that 3 and that 5 outing. I do think that the bats for the Orioles in Camden, better play here than the Cubs. I think I want to be on this side with the Orioles with Shane Baz. I think that he can generate some strikeout stuff. 6, 5, 9 in his last 3 starts with the strikeouts. Matt Boyd, on the other hand, 2, 4, and 5. I think that the bats also for the Orioles play much better at Camden Yards. We do know that the Chicago Cubs do have the run differential edge, but I like Baltimore Orioles here at home. I think they can get after Matt Boyd tomorrow and generate some runs. Give me the Baltimore Orioles here on the money line, guys, at plus money. All right, next one up, we got the Oakland A's taking on the Detroit Tigers, where you got Tarek Schoolball on the mound. Schoolball hasn't been himself since coming back, man. 2-2, 3-4-1. He looked better in his last start. JT Ginn, man, has been a up and down pitcher all year. He's been kind of like Miles Mikolas, who we saw with the Nats today. He got peppered. But look, He'll have games where he gives up 5, 4, 3, but he also has games where he only gives up 1 earned run, 0, 0. It's hard to say what you're going to get out of JT Ginn. Look, this A's team hasn't hit lefties all that well. There's some injuries in that lineup with Langeliers, Jacob Wilson, Tyler Soderstrom. I'm going to go with the Tigers here, backed by Skubal, having another solid game, following up what he did last game. Give me the Tigers here on the money line. I'll take that minus 194. I'll pair that up here with the Brewers and keep it moving. Lean on two of the better pitchers in the MLB, the Miz and Skubal. If I lose with those two on the mound, they just didn't play well. And you got Skeens here, man. If you want to make a little 3-leg, all favorites parlay, but look, Skeens hasn't been profitable. He's lost some games for these guys. 7 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what Livy Dunn is doing to the guy, but she needs to be giving something up more to him. I don't know what's going on. Paul Skeens, almost a 4.0 ERA. Waldrop's got a better ERA than Skeens, but we do know Waldrop hasn't played too many games. 3 earned runs on the second, 0 on the 26th. Only 2 innings, came in a relief role there, but he did get to start on the second here. 3 earned runs. I think that the Pittsburgh bats are hot. They can get after Waldrop. So yeah, go ahead and give me the Pittsburgh Pirates here on the money line. I think they get it done against the Braves. The Braves took a loss to the Mets tonight, and if Peralta can bother the Braves, Paul Skeens should be able to get after the Braves. Go ahead and give me Skeens against the Braves tomorrow and the Pirates to get a win on the money line. I agree with the engine edge here. He plays much better at home, sub 4 ERA, home field advantage, better bats here right now. This team is hitting well, and you can't say the same for the Braves. They have woken up a little bit more this month than they did in June, but I'm still going to rock and roll with the Pirates. I think that guys like Connor Griffin, Brandon Lowe, Brian Reynolds, even if they're not hitting the long ball, they can get on base, drive in runs. So I like the top of this order a lot, and I'm not so sure that I can trust these guys to generate runs. It feels like it's a long ball or nothing with the Braves. So yeah, give me the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. All right, next one up, New York Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays. We know this spot, guys. This is a spot that I don't love to call it. I think it's a tough one because, look, I'm not going to get pump faked here by what happened today and the Yankees beating the Rays. I think the Rays are the better team. I think they have the better bullpen. I think that they have the better starting. Well, let me not play that one. Cam Schittler is the better starting pitcher than Jax, but Ian Seymour has been good. You can't take that from him. In all of his starts, he's looked good. He's got good strikeout stuff. He had 7 and 8 on the last 2 starts. Before that, it was just kind of middle of the pack. He's kind of found a groove over the last 2. I think he builds off of that. 2 quality starts in a row. Will Warren, on the other hand, hasn't been the Will Warren that we saw last season. He's given up earned runs in 5 straight games. His strikeout stuff, 0 Ks against Boston. But he does have decent strikeout stuff, 8 and 7. But this Tampa Bay Rays team, they don't strike out a lot. I think Ian Seymour can keep the Yankees' cold bats off the board. I know they drove in some runs today, but part of that was because Jax walked a couple guys, and then there was that home run shot. But go ahead and give me Ian Seymour, the Rays, to get it done today. I will take the minus 120. I agree with the engine edge, and I also agree with that +4 on the run differential. That is a big factor, especially being back in Tropicana. All right, next one up. We've got Seattle Mariners taking on the Miami Marlins, where you got my boy Max Meyer on the mound. We were 9-0 with Max Meyer, guys. 9-0. The last start he had, we locked him. They lost. But guess what? I'm not scared to go back to the well, man. I'm just not. You got George Kirby on the mound. I'm not a big Kirby believer. Look what he's been doing, man. Look at this stretch. I know he's had 2 decent starts here, 1 and 2, but that whole stretch there, I was printing money because we weren't on the Mariners when Kirby started. We were fading him, and they were losing games. I'm not a big Kirby believer. He does have decent strikeout stuff, but look, he's got those losses stacked up on him here. They have gotten 2 wins back-to-back, but these bats, they're just still not active enough. Cal Riley's back in the lineup. It's helped. Josh Naylor, he's capable of hitting that long ball. They've looked better this past weekend hitting the ball. The Mariners have. They squeezed out 3 wins in a row. I like the Miami Marlins. They've got some of the better bats we've seen in the MLB this season. Home field advantage. They have an edge on the run differential by 1.5. I think the Miami Marlins can get this done. Max Myers, he's going to dial it back and continue to do what he does, giving up less than 2 earned runs per start. Throw his strikeout stuff. I think his numbers get back up into that 6 and 7 range tomorrow, and can get these Mariners who like to strike out taken care of. So yeah, give me the Miami Marlins here, minus 118 on the money line. We'll keep it moving. Take the Washington Nationals and Houston Astros game here and take a look at what we got going on. Right now, we do not have a starter for the Astros tomorrow listed. Let me see what MLB.com has projected right now. It's looking like it's Emai. Emai 6.1 ERA. Alvarez, I like what Alvarez has done. In his last couple starts we've been with him, he did take an L against Baltimore when we rocked with him, but the last one he had in that 10-2 win against Boston, we were on Alvarez, guys. I think that he can do more of the same like we've seen with him this season. He got in his other start, he got the win as well. I want to be on this side of things. He's not giving up a lot of earned runs. I like what we saw out of the Washington Nationals today with the bats. I think they can get it done again. Give me the Nats on the money line. As you see, Blowout Alert is pointing the edge right here to the Nationals. They do have a clear run differential by 1.5. I think that they can generate some runs tomorrow. They can edge out the Houston Astros. The bullpen's not strong, and Emai with the 6.14 isn't as strong on the road as he is back in Houston. All right, we got, 3 more games, couple more games on the slate. Kansas City taking on the New York Mets. Well, this is a hard one to call because Brazoban's been pretty good, man. But some of them's been rotational roles. And that's the thing, the numbers can fool you, but they've been pretty much rotational roles, guys. And that's that. I saw this and I'm like, hold on, Brazoban, he's not that type of guy. Seth Lugo, not that type of guy either. He's been giving up a lot. These are 2 bad pitchers, so it comes down to who's got the better bats. I think that the Royals have the better bats tomorrow. Even though the Mets have been playing a lot better, man, we saw them hit the ball really well. I'm going to be on the Royals here. Give me the Royals on the money line. I disagree with this one here on the Mets being the edge. I can't trust Brazoban. I think Seth Lugo, even though he's been struggling, he may be able to find some stuff here and keep this struggling Mets team off the board. But watch out, Mets have heated up. Not a favorite play of mine, but I don't feel comfortable laying minus 156 with the Mets. Go ahead and give me the plus 129 with the Royals here on the money line to get it done. You got guys like Bobby Witt, Carter Jensen, Caglione. I think they can generate some runs. And we also saw Perez get going today. It's been a while since we've seen him hit a home run. He got one today, so it was nice to see him get going. I think they can maybe get him in a groove, and he'll get going more. So, yep, give me the Royals here, plus 129 on the money line. Next one up, Phillies, Reds. Wow, what a surprise this one was. We laid the run line with the Phillies. Phillies got blown out. Chris Sanchez, only 1 strikeout. Absolutely got crushed. Look, Abbott's been respectable this season. I'm not a big Andrew Abbott believer, but if you look at his numbers, look, 1-1, 3-2, 3-3, and if 3 earned runs is the worst that you can do against a team that struggles to hit lefties, yeah, man, give me the Reds here tomorrow on the money line. I'm not breaking my rule. If you wanted to play the plus 1.5, we'll take that as well just in case. But look, I went away from my rule today with Noah Cameron. I said, man, Noah Cameron's not that good. They have big bats in the Phillies lineup. They can get after him. And what happened? The Phillies got blown out. Chris Sanchez was on the mound. Surprisingly, you had Noah Cameron, high ERA, hasn't been playing all that well, and you had Chris Sanchez on the mound. It was a recipe for all the bats had to do was get some runs. But no, it was the complete opposite. Chris Sanchez got worked, only threw 1 strikeout. I think the Reds' bats are decent enough that they can get after Tanner Banks here. Tanner Banks is 0-4 in his outings, and give me Andrew Abbott here. Like, Andrew Abbott has been decent. He's trending in the right direction, playing below his ERA, and I think that the bats for these Reds have been heating up. Coming into the All-Star break, they've looked better, 41 wins, 48 losses. They're trying to find a way to get to that 500 mark. Yeah, man, I think that this is a spot where you got a team that's struggling to hit lefties. Clearly, Abbott's been decent. He's playing above his baseline right now. I want to be on the Reds. I want to be on the side with Abbott, and I want that plus money in my pocket against a team that's really not won a lot of games against lefties this season. So go ahead, give me the Reds tomorrow on the money line. I will say that, I think the Phillies are going to come out fired up, but I don't know if it's going to change overnight that they're going to start hitting lefties just because they got their ass whooped. But yeah, I'm going to go Reds plus 141 on the money line. Next one up, we have the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. So we got 2 Sox going on here, one for the left and one for the right. And Noah Schultz has been getting just absolutely peppered, man, when he's out there. I'm not sure the bats are going to be good enough to keep up with Tolly and what the Red Sox are going to be able to do against Schultz. I think the plays of the Red Sox here, I also think that the Red Sox have looked better. I know Tolly has not been too hot so far the last couple of games either, so it may be a wash here as far as pitching goes. Both pitchers giving up a lot of earned runs, but Tolly still has good strikeout stuff. This White Sox team has hit lefties better than they've hit righties. Give me the Red Sox tomorrow, minus 131 on the money line. The White Sox do have an edge on that run differential, but like I said, I think that the Red Sox can get after Noah Schultz here. And Peyton Tolley does have a better FIP, 4.1 versus a 5.5. I think there is an edge there on the pitching side of things, and I do believe the bats for the Red Sox, who've hit the ball better here as of late, can get after Noah Schultz. Give me the Red Sox money line. All right, last two games of the night, guys. We have the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Minnesota Twins. Taj Bradley, Joey Cantillo. Cantillo's played great over his last 4 games. This is a tough one because the bats for the Twins have played really well. They've played really well. And Cleveland hasn't played too great on the road, honestly. Cantillo hasn't been as sharp. He's been way better at home than he has been on the road. But Cantillo, 4 great starts in a row. Taj Bradley, 3 in a row. Both these guys playing really good baseball. I think that the bats for the Twins are a little bit hotter right now. They're playing better baseball. I'm going to have to go and say I want to be with the Twins in Target Field. Give me the Minnesota Twins here with Taj Bradley getting it done tomorrow. They have a clear edge on the run differential. I think that the pitching matchup is about a wash. The better bats currently are the Twins. I'm going to ride with the bats here. Give me the Twins here on the money line at -120. Not sure if this is a doubleheader here, guys. Tomorrow, that's what it's looking like, a 2:15 game and a 7:45 game. Milwaukee, we can get Milwaukee twice in a day. Let's take a look at this here because we got saying Hunter Dobbins here with the Cardinals, but it looked like Hunter Dobbins was getting that start in the first game. So we really don't have a handicap, truly. I do think that Robert Gasser's a decent pitcher. We've seen some decent stuff out of him, keeping the earned runs off the board, but he does have times where he gets peppered, and this is a team that could get after him. I think that Robert Gasser could give up some earned runs in this one late in a late game. I'd be curious to see who the Cardinals roll out. Maybe I'll come back and just do a late game one take on this game. I'm not going to give you anything here on what side I lean. I will say Blowout Alert is giving the edge currently to the St. Louis Cardinals based on all the data that it does have. But I don't believe there's enough data out there right now based on this being a doubleheader and not knowing exactly who's going to be rolled out. So we're going to stay off of this one, and I don't think that this is valid. There's just not enough information here with who the starting pitchers are. Hunter Dobbins is going twice. Obviously he's up here in the first game, so that's not valid. We're just going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers on that first game of the day on the money line, 2:15, and we'll circle back and see if we're on the Brewers again tonight. Just depends on what that starting pitcher matchup will look like. Robert Gasser definitely can get got by this team, but the question is who they're going to roll out, because equally, if they cancel each other out, then it's bats versus bats. In that case, I may end up going with the Cardinals, just depending on who it is, because I do believe the Cardinals can generate some runs on Gasser, but the Brewers, man, tough team here. I think that Miz for me is a clear go in that first game. So give me the Brewers in the first game there. I'd be curious to see who they roll out, to see if it's one of their better pitchers, and if it is, then it might be the Cardinals. So all right, that's it. That's the show, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to sign up for Blowout Alert. It is completely free. If you want Pro, upgrade to $19. You unlock all the stuff that I'm showing you and looking at, from value plays, total bases, home runs over here under signals. You just click on that. It'll show you some home runs for tomorrow. But guys, lock in. It's fucking amazing. You can go over here and it will build parlays for you, man. Like, you want a 6-leg parlay, -200. Doesn't have enough player props that it loves out yet because, it's still early. DraftKings hasn't unlocked all of them yet. But look at this, man. 3 players tomorrow. Hit, run, RBI, plus 350. You got Zach Geloff for a hit, Royce Lewis for a hit, and then Colby Thomas hit, run, RBI. That is a plus 350 play. There's your parlay of the day for free, guys. I'm going to start giving out this every day at the end of the show. We can go ahead and see what we got working. And it gives you a couple others, man. You can just change the cases. Look at the EV, expected value. You always want to look at this. When it's green, it's a phenomenal surefire. Just go ahead and attack it. Give me this. Colby Thomas here with the A's. Jack Geloff for the A's. You might want to swap. I don't like having 2 hitters from the same team. So let's see if we can find another guy from another team that we might want to take a look at. I want to go with that Red Sox. Royce Lewis, Zach Geloff, and there's nobody else jumping out at me right now. We'll have to circle back on that one, unless you wanted to play it that way, guys. So maybe just do the 2-leg here. That's probably the better play at plus 159. Go Royce Lewis for a hit. Zach Geloff at -164. That's a plus 159 2-leg. That's the play we're going to give you right there. Zach off of the A's and then Royce off of the Twins. Go ahead, take them as a 2-leg plus 159. All right, we're out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Book the one way. That's the MLB Takeover Tuesday. If you want my premium plays, just use code word